if you like to do your makeup like me, I'm going to show you how I would do that using my hero arm. So first things first, I like to have everything I'm going to use already out and open, because it is, without an automatic wrist, kind of hard to like twist lids off and stuff. So I just prefer to have everything out already for you, so it's really easy when you come to put the product on your face. But basically I use only one hand with this one because there's a lot of wrist turning, and I find easier to push the button in and turn the wrist using one hand off and one hand on. So that's how I do it. But I'm just going to show you first how I would do foundation. So although there are only 4 set grip modes in this hand, I kind of cheated a little bit and hold the finger up. So I can only do one finger, so it's really, you can do whatever you want with them. Then I'll just use my other arm to push down on my foundation, take it off with my finger, and then I'm just gonna blob it on my face using just my finger. Just a little bit to show you how I would do that. I like to kind of just use my arm to rub it all in like that, but if you did want to use a brush, then I would just get the brush that I want to use and make sure the fluffy part of the brush that you want to, the bit that you want to go on your face, make sure that points to the right, so you go like through your thumb this way. And I'm just gonna put that on the strings where you get the best grip. Close the fingers over, freeze it, and then I can just move it like that and blend it in. I'm just gonna put that down over there, and now I am going to show you how I would do blusher. So same thing, I'm gonna turn the wrist using my arm until it's flat, and then I'm just gonna move the brush across, hold it where I want it with the fluffy bit facing to the right, resting on the thumb, because it gives it extra support. Freeze the arm, and then turn the wrist, dip it in whatever you want. I'm using blusher. Turn the wrist again, and then just put it on your face. You do tend to turn the wrist each time you want to go on a different part of your face. So the left over here, the right would be like this, so it's better if you turn it. And that's how I do it. For eyeshadow, you might think it would be quite tricky to do eyeshadow because some people can't do eyeshadow with hands, but I think it's the easiest part, maybe even easier than an actual face makeup itself. But I'm just gonna take a skinnier brush, slide it across to my hand, which is flat. Close the hand over on the strings, freeze it so that I know it's not gonna move. And then I'm just gonna turn the wrist by pressing the button and twisting, and dip in some eyeshadow that I want on my eyes. And I'll turn it, close my eye, and just kind of move the brush left to right on where you want it. So I'm just putting this here in the crease, and it's kind of just like you would do if you had hands, but I feel like sometimes it's an advantage if you have these hands, because it's really, really steady. And you know you're not going to drop it, so sometimes it can be an advantage. And same thing on this side, I'm just going to turn the wrist so it reaches that angle easier. I'm just going to move my arm around and put it on like so. And there you have an eye look. For mascara, a lot of people, it can be quite dangerous, mascara, not gonna lie. I've had some fun times with mascara, but basically I will do the same thing. As I mentioned, I like to have all my stuff out, all ready for me. So I'll just hold it like a brush, freeze that over, and then you can just turn your wrist to your eyelash. Don't move too much with the hand, I would say, because you could poke your eye, and that's not what you want. I've done it multiple times. But I kind of just put it underneath and blink, trying to move my head rather than the hand, just in case I move too quick and, you know, poke my eye. And then you can just put that back in the pot. And that's how I do my makeup.